I mean, all the time we get, do you do discounts? Do you do discounts?
Yes,
do you do
yes.
discounts? And it's like, would you go to the dentist and say, I'll pay for a checkup, but please just give me root canal?
That's right. Well,
you know, like it just, we wouldn't.
dentist is a slightly different one from the hairdresser, because but what I'm saying is that the reason that we might talk like that, the reason that you and I'm not going to talk for all therapists or anything, but again, it's a value system at work. We believe that everybody essentially will benefit from therapy. I assume, believe that it is a good thing for people to do and they should have access to it. That's the thing. Whereas other professions arguably are unnecessary or luxuries, or, do you know what I mean? Not a right. You don't necessarily have a right to somebody else to cut your hair, but you may believe that everybody has a right to the best mental health that they can get. And because our society isn't geared up to just provide that for everybody at no cost, or for it to be, you know, government funded. I mean, we do have the NHS in this country, which a lot of countries don't have any equivalent of, and that's something, of course. But we want more access, and we are too often, some might argue, prepared to sacrifice ourselves materially in order to try to provide as much, to fill as much of that gap as we can. So there's a value system involved in there, which again chimes in with what we recognise to be a dialed up sense of that for a lot of autistic people: fairness and equality and and justice, social justice. So we are caught up in a situation where there is not enough publicly provided access to what we provide, and our values drive us to really stretch ourselves very thin, either and or through energy or resources, to support our values. And it puts us in this position, which, you're right, you don't find elsewhere. There's two things, actually. It's not just finances. It's not just that people expect that therapists are kindly people and therefore are highly likely to offer discounts if asked for, or lower rates, which we do, but also times as well, the convenience of it. You know, if I need to see my dentist, which yet again I do this week, there's no way that I would say, well, I can't really, you know, I'm working, can we do it after 8 o'clock in the evening? It's not available, you know, and that does stretch out into well-being and healthcare. But people expect it of us, and which we collude with, because we do often provide it.
Well, there's a few things there, because, you know, I understand the hairdressing analogy falls down in the sense that it's not essential. But in terms of the general public, certainly women, they would tend to prioritise and think that they need their hair cut and they need their hair done. And many people, if pushed on it, would actually say, I need my roots done. I need my hair done. Now, I know that sounds trivial, but actually some people, you know, and so how they value hairdressing as opposed to therapy would be that it would be like, well, yes, I have to pay for that because that profession values themselves. So I'm not going to ask my hairdresser for a discount, but I'll ask my therapist for a discount. What's the difference?